All right. So for this one, what we're going to do, it says that a golfer hits a golf ball, and we're measuring two things. We're measuring the time after he makes contact with the ball and the height of the ball off of the ground. And then we're asked, there's several parts to this question. We're asked to like look at the graph, right? So let's plot this. Go ahead and turn on your calculator. Sometime today it'll pop up. And you're going to go to edit. Now, I want to talk about something here. Normally, when you want to clear things out of L1, you go up to L1 using the cursor and you hit clear. If I want to do the same thing to L2, I would hit clear. And then I hit enter. Now, somebody will do this mistake that Mr. Adams is about to do, and I want to show you how to fix it. Somebody will hit delete instead of clear. So when you hit delete instead of clear, where's L2? It's gone. So how do I get L2 back? Go to stats. Go down to where it says setup editor. When you click on setup editor, it just sets it to the default. Okay. So when Mr. Adams hits setup editor and I hit enter, now when I go back to stats and I hit edit, see how it's back in there? So don't hit delete, hit clear. All right. Anyways, we're doing 0.5 second intervals. So we're going to do 1, 0.5. So it's 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and then 4. In the next column, we're just going to put the, and I'll type this, but I wrote it down in your thing in the notes. For L2, we're just going to plug in 0, 28, 48, 60, 64, and then the pattern goes backward. Whoops. What the heck? This is 48. And then the pattern goes in the opposite direction. It got really hot in here all of a sudden. I might have to turn these fans back on. All right. So now I want to graph this, but it says sketch the graph. So let's go to second, y equals for stat plot. Now, you want to make sure your plot is turned on. Plot 1 is turned on. Normally, this one is selected, right? That's for a scatter plot. What if I want to connect the dots? Move the cursor over to this one. Everybody look up at the screen. Move the cursor over to this one. Now what do you do? Hit enter. And what it does is it connects the dots. Go to zoom stat. What option do we choose? 9 for zoom stat. Well, bam, with the bacon sizzle, we get a graph like that. Okay. It asks you for, so your homework literally asks you to sketch that out, but I'm just going to copy and paste. So make sure that you put this in your homework. Okay. So part A says sketch the data. Sketch the data in the table. Draw a smooth curve through the data points. Okay. And then it says can be modeled by a quadratic function. It says what is the maximum height of this? Go back to your calculator. Hit trace. Now, hit the right cursor and it bounces through the points. Does that look like the maximum height? Yeah. So I got two variables, x equals 2, y equals 64. 2 represents the time, 2 seconds after the ball was hit. 64 represents the height in feet. So B is, what is the maximum height? 64. So this is my little graph. This is part A, sketch the graph. Part B, max height is 64 feet. What time does that happen? At 2 seconds. Part C says, what interval is the golf ball increasing? So what interval for time is the golf ball increasing? Well, it's increasing from here to here, isn't it? From 0 to 2, right? So I would say 0 to 2, correct? Then part from 0 to 2, it's increasing. That's supposed to be increases. And D, from 2 to 4, it's decreasing. And it's not it's decreases, it should be spelled it decreases, right? I was going to say it's increasing, but I ran out of space. Okay, now the better question is, do we include 2 and 4 and 0? So the textbook has it written this way. I almost wonder, though, if it was me personally, I don't think I would include 0, because what is the value of that when it's at 0? 0. It has no height at 0. But it starts increasing at 0. So that's a tough one. The textbook has it this way. Same thing. It hits the ground at 4 seconds. Is it going to decrease right at 4 or just before 4? I don't know. That's a tough one. Any questions on this one?